One Piece is far more than just an epic pirate adventure. It is a story woven with profound themes of freedom, friendship, responsibility, and self-discovery. At the heart of this story is the journey of Monkey D. Luffy and his crew as they navigate the vast seas in search of the legendary treasure, the One Piece. But what makes this tale truly remarkable is how it explores deeper philosophical questions about life, purpose, and the bonds that unite us. In this video, we'll explore how the adventures of Luffy, Zoro, Nami, and the rest of the Straw Hat Pirates are tied to key philosophical ideas. We'll look at how their experiences echo the thoughts of great philosophers like Aristotle, Jean-Paul Sartre, Emmanuel Levinas, and Heraclitus. Through their journeys and personal growth, One Piece teaches us timeless lessons about what it means to be free, to be part of a community, and to pursue our dreams. One of the central themes in One Piece is the pursuit of freedom, and this is embodied most clearly in Luffy's character. Luffy's dream is not just to become the Pirate King, but to be free in every sense of the word. To Luffy, freedom means the ability to choose his own path, live on his own terms, and protect his crew without being tied down by the constraints of society. This notion of freedom ties into the philosophy of Jean-Paul Sartre, a key figure in existentialism. Sartre famously said, "Man is condemned to be free." For him, freedom is not just a luxury or a blessing, but an inherent responsibility. Sartre believed that human beings are born without any predefined essence, and it is up to each individual to create their own identity through the choices they make. Just as Luffy is free to make his own decisions, whether good or bad, he also bears the weight of those choices, especially when it comes to the well-being of his crew. In a way, Luffy's journey is a constant exercise in Sartre's philosophy, to live authentically, to embrace one's freedom, and to take full responsibility for one's actions. Another core element of One Piece is the powerful sense of loyalty and friendship among the Straw Hat Pirates. These bonds are not merely based on shared goals or convenience, but are built on trust, mutual respect, and the desire to see each other grow. This idea of loyalty reflects the philosophy of Aristotle, who placed great importance on the role of friendship in a good life. Aristotle argued in his Nicomachean Ethics that the highest form of friendship is based not on self-interest, but on a shared commitment to the good. For Aristotle, true friends are those who support one another in the pursuit of virtue, who help each other live more ethical, fulfilling lives. Luffy's unwavering loyalty to his crew and their loyalty to him exemplifies this Aristotelian ideal. His relationship with his friends is not one of selfishness, but one of mutual respect and the shared goal of helping each other realize their dreams. Whether it's Luffy supporting Zoro's ambition to be the greatest swordsman, or Nami's quest for freedom from her past, the Straw Hat crew embodies the Aristotelian ideal of friendship as a cooperative pursuit of a good life. While the theme of freedom is vital in One Piece, the series also stresses the importance of responsibility, especially when it comes to one's duties to others. Luffy's loyalty to his crew is not just about sharing adventures, but about taking responsibility for the well-being of those he cares about. This theme can be tied to the philosophy of Emmanuel Levinas, who argued that our ethical responsibility is centered around the other, those who are different from ourselves. Levinas believed that we cannot truly understand ourselves without considering our responsibilities to others. For Luffy, his crew's dreams and safety are just as important as his own, and he is willing to sacrifice his own desires to ensure their happiness and success. This is not just a matter of friendship, but of a deeper ethical commitment to the people he has chosen to protect and lead. In this sense, Luffy's leadership style can be seen as a reflection of Levinas's emphasis on selflessness and the moral responsibility to care for others. In One Piece, this responsibility is not just a burden, it is a source of growth. As each character faces their personal challenges, they learn to not only pursue their own dreams, but also to support and nurture the dreams of others. Their growth is intertwined with the growth of the crew as a whole, and their ultimate freedom comes from this collective journey. This idea of growth through responsibility and mutual support is central to the story and teaches us that freedom and fulfillment are not achieved in isolation, but in the context of meaningful relationships. Throughout One Piece, Luffy and his crew relentlessly pursue the treasure of the Pirate King, the One Piece. However, what becomes clear over the course of their journey is that the treasure they seek is not just gold or riches, but the experiences, friendships, and growth they encounter along the way. This reflects the philosophy of Heraclitus, who famously said, "You cannot step into the same river twice." Heraclitus believed that change is the only constant in life, and true wisdom comes from embracing this constant flux and learning from it. In many ways, Luffy's journey is a reflection of Heraclitus's philosophy. Each island the Straw Hats visit, every person they meet, and every battle they fight shapes them into better versions of themselves. The real treasure, they come to realize, is not an external object, but the internal transformation that comes from the journey itself. It is the relationships they build, the lessons they learn, and the freedom they discover along the way that make their adventure worthwhile. At the heart of One Piece lies the profound truth that the greatest treasures in life are not material possessions, but the relationships we form, the experiences we have, and the growth we undergo as individuals and as part of a community. Luffy's pursuit of freedom, his loyalty to his friends, and the responsibility he carries for those he loves reflect some of the deepest philosophical ideas of human existence. Through their adventures, the Straw Hat Pirates show us that the true treasure is not something you find at the end of a journey, but something you create along the way, through friendship, personal growth, and the pursuit of a shared dream. Thank you for joining this philosophical journey through One Piece. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more thought-provoking content.